Good evening. Hope you are all doing fine and well during this pandemic. Please follow Government of India rules and regulations. Stay home, follow the guidelines. Thank you. In today's topic, I'm going to discuss about the most important happening in the world. That is a clash between Israel and terrorist organization Hamas in Israel. Israel is a country with a rich history of more than 3000 to 4000 years. Major religions have emerged in this part of the land. They were attacked by Babylonians, Romans, and who not. Every day in the whole world, some or the other way, the Jews have been attacked, humiliated, and killed. Who can forget the Holocaust which happened in Germany? 1948, they got their land in Israel. Nearly 7 lakh or less people in 1948 fought war, 1948 war, and they won. Completely surrounded by hostile forces. It can be Egypt, it can be Syria, Lebanon, or Iran-backed militia, Saudi Arabia proxy war on them. Anybody with that non-state actors like Hamas, Hezbollah, ISIS, Taliban, Boko Haram, and the terrorist organization in Pakistan also, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jamaat-ud-Dawla, all the terrorist organizations says they don't want the existence of Israel as a nation. With these adverse conditions, Israel was formed. So after the formation of Israel till today, every day, every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every year, they are fighting for their survival and they are fighting for it. Today, last week, 3 important events happened which made the war, the fighting between Hamas and Israeli forces. Number 1 was 1967. Capture of Jerusalem. Some young Israeli people wanted to celebrate. This was not liked by Hamas and other terrorist organizations and other part of Middle Eastern countries. Number 2, in Israel, within the Arabs who are there, some of them were supposed to get evacuated due to Supreme Court judgment, and they were supposed to be sent to other place. That was not liked by the local people. Third factor, especially near the Temple Mount where the mosque is there were certain restrictions in the prayer. So they said due to that restrictions, these 3 things boiled over and the conflict happened. In Israel, 21% of the people are Arab Palestinians. Some of them are member of parliaments, they are democratically elected, they become judge, parliamentarians, and whatnot. Some are scientists also. It's a society which have been staying there. Now the question has come, outside forces are interfering in the happenings of Israel. Hamas, Hezbollah, and some lesser known jihad organizations, they are all fighting against Israel as a nation. See, Israel started missile defense system. When it started its own missile defense system, even US said that can't happen, Iron Domes, that can't happen. That is called, the missile defense system is called Iron Domes. But Israel did not stop. It started as a mechanism and appointed some people Since 2006-7, they started this whole exercise. Today, Hamas has fired from Gaza more than 3,000 or 4,000 missiles on Israel, especially on the place where civilians live. But due to Iron Dome, the missile defense system, 90% success rate has happened. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he was met the Israeli Prime Minister, already 2 billion contract has been signed to buy it. See, the Israel visionary. In the future, this type of things may happen. Civil war can happen. They may fire on civilian targets. So they made these iron domes. So in the world today, 90% of the people have been vaccinated. It's Arab Palestinians or Israeli people. Then when they were supposed, things were going on during the period of Ramadan, this Hamas and terrorist organizations, they fight in order to create leadership position in Israel and to get aid from Arab countries and to make this Israel and the Palestine problem to be known to the world stage. Now from Israel, from US, an envoy has gone to Israel. They're going to Doha, Qatar, everywhere, and they're talking for the peace. So this month especially, the Security Council, China is the Security Council in charge. India is also non-permanent member of United Nations Security Council. So everybody, like India or US, everybody is telling, let's have peace. If there is a peace in Middle East, it's very good to the world. If see Iran supporting Hamas, Hezbollah, are there firing missiles, and Saudi Arabia supporting some other organization, and if the Palestinians are disturbed, and if it escalates into war, already the world has been suffered by pandemic. During this type of thing, during this time, if there's an oil crisis, supply chain glut, we know already Suez crisis. So if this happens, it is not good for the world economy. So Israel, who has become leader in the field of defense, science and technology, agriculture, farming, everywhere, the advantages has to be used for the economic development of the region and the world. So instead of going jealous and trying to revamp them or trying to wipe them out from the map, that is a very bad thing which is happening. See, India's geographical position is same like Israel. Whenever India had some problems, Israel has stood with India. Yes, India point is there should be peace and tranquility in the Middle East. Israel has to coexist with the other countries. So, see, in India, what we want India is unity in diversity. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Let us come together. Let us be in peace with each other. See, we can't stay alone. One ethnic group or one religion can't stay. See, in Israel has let Jews, Muslims, Christians, everybody to lead coexistence. In the same way, India also believes the same system. So, peace, love and tranquility has to establish there, and whatever is there in Arab or in Middle East or in Israel, locally the issues has to be sorted out under the leadership of Israel. Terrorist organizations like Hamas should go back and leave for democratic actors like Fatah, Palestinian Authority to exist. Yes, Mahmoud Abbas may be very old, but he is elected he is the representative of the people, not the terror organizations. So there should be peace, tranquility and love there so that everybody can survive and live happy life. Thank you very much. Long live Israel, long live unity, long live Arab-Israel coordination, and let there be peace. Thank you very much.